So this is Diesel for We the People News. How the heck are y'all out there now? We're going to discuss a little bit about what's going on with Biden and Congress. I guess somewhat of the House, the Senate. They've been talking about changing D.C. into a state. But what we need to recognize, number one, constitutionally, they cannot do that without the voluntarily of the state. The states are the federal government's bosses, technically. Alright? We get so wrapped up into the presidency and some of us going to Congress and some of it, senators. But we are too much involved of the president, which does not belong to we the people. They belong to the state. The president, main job and focus is the protection of the states from outside government, foreign jurisdiction and all that. Easy way of saying it, we the people vote for the king to uphold our rights. Well, that's what the president is. It's technically what in the old days called the king, to uphold the state's rights. The president has no authority whatsoever to we the people. Because we the people are free. Wink, wink. Okay? And it's the president's there to benefit all the states. But they, the District of Columbia is, they got the 10 square miles. And it's not really part of the United States or any state of. And it cannot be. Number one, they got to kind of have their own entity because everything passes through them and spreads out. Okay? When they make laws and when they uphold the Constitution and all these things. That's what it's for. Is for everything to transpire through that area. When the states decide, hey, we're not going to accept it, that's where they go to challenge the federal government's authority and all that kind of stuff, okay? So they cannot be part of the country. It's got to be its own little, I guess you can call it its own little sovereign area. And that way it is not partisan to any one of the states. Now, if they do this Washington, D.C., especially with the 10 miles, of the District of Columbia, well, that becomes part of the state. And what that would do is make it partisan for Washington and against other states. Okay? And it cannot be done that way. And in general, where the White House and all this, and the land and everything, was actually set geographically in the middle of all the states where everybody can go in and out fairly easy. Today's terms, it would be up over around Nebraska area where it should be at this day and time to be easy access for everybody to go to. However, it was one part of the country when this all started, and then we added other states. But technically what it should have been done is transferred over into the center of the, what y'all call the United States. But United States of America, United States is supposed to be in around Nebraska area, okay? One of them states in that area to actually be geographically easy to get to for all states involved. The number one issue right now is that Congress, the Senate, and the President is all acting as kings. They're no longer Congress, they're no longer senators, they're no longer president. They're all became kings and queens. And it's been going that way for some time now. Even especially in our local courts and our local officials and all that. They got it in their heads, they're kings. They're kings and queens. Okay? And we the people let them. They're just plain out that simple and easy. But Congress don't get to vote this to be part of the state. They don't get to do that. What they really have to do is enact another amendment. I believe they're 27. So they got to act like a 28th amendment to actually do this. Or, and even then, either way it goes, they got to have a majority of the states to go ahead and act this 28th amendment. Or they got to have all the, majority of the states to enact and agree to the Washington, D.C. to be, or District of Columbia, as part of the Washington. The problem we have with that is, in all actuality, that still can't even be constitutionally accepted. It's designed that way to protect everybody's interests. We the peoples, the states, government, and the federal governments. It's all designed in general purpose to protect everybody and not be one-sided. And that's what they're doing, is they're really trying to get in there and be one. They're just trying to be kings, y'all. And so far, they're doing a pretty good job trying to push this through. Okay? And then they want to stack the courts, which they're right. There is no limited numbers for more judges to be added. All they have to do is do what they've been doing, and they can add more judges. Okay? However, if, for argument's sake, if the Republicans all took all the houses over, what they can do is get rid of all the judges but one. And if they decide to keep Gorsuch, which is actually one of the most constitutional judge, whether you like him or hate him, he happens to be one of the most constitutional judge on there. But it don't have to be more than one, is my point being. So even if Democrats decide to do this, well, Republicans can add, or Republicans can actually just cancel everybody and have one. So it can go as many as they want or as less as they want. So if they think they can just go and bulldoze all this down, sometime or another, it may flip on them. And then we're going to be playing tug of war. They're going to have another amendment to settle on to how many judges you should be and all that kind of stuff. Which, this day and time, we may have to do that. This has actually been a part of my language. This has been a constitutional fuck, complete fuck. I mean, our judges are not constitutional. Everybody in Congress is not constitutional. Everybody in senators are not constitutional. Presidents in a long time haven't been constitutional. Our local government's not been constitutional. We're a foreign country, y'all. We no longer have the United States. It's just that plain and simple. And it's because of stupid crap like this, and because of ignorance of we the people keep letting them slide and have our heads up our butts. Well, it don't bother me. It don't bother me. No, it just bothered your grandkids. I'm paying the price for my grandparents and my parents. This is Diesel for We the People News. Bye, y'all.